Recently, I've made Cambodia my base as a digital nomad here in Asia, and in this video, I wanted to go over the 5 things I wish I had known before coming here. Let's get it. Hey guys, JB here from Nomad Life, where this channel is designed to provide a strategic blueprint for online entrepreneurs on where to live, grow, and optimize their setup to support their dream lifestyle. Now I'm just over here in Cambodia and the capital city in Phnom Penh, and I have recently made this my Asia base, especially since Dubai is my primary resident and all the geopolitical things happening over there. So I figured Cambodia is a perfect place. And in this video, I wanted to go over 5 things I wish I had known before coming here. So just gonna grab a seat now and let's get going. All right. Moving on to number 1, and that is money here in Cambodia. And US dollar notes here in Cambodia are an absolute pain. Now, Cambodia runs on a dual currency system where you can use US dollars for payment or Khmer riel for payments. And the exchange rate is roughly around 4,000 Khmer riel to $1. It kind of ranges between 4,000 to 4,100 depending on the day. Now, if you're coming over here and you're withdrawing money from an ATM, most likely you're only going to get $100 notes. And if you're going to pay at restaurants where you're spending only $2 or $3 a meal, good luck getting change. Same if you're going for $1.50 tuk-tuk from somewhere, most likely these retailers or people won't have change for you. The other problem with US dollars, especially if you're bringing it in from outside, is that these dollars have to be mint condition in order for banks to accept it. So if your US dollars has a tiny rip in it or a little pen mark on it or even a smudge somewhere on the bill, no retailers or anybody will accept it here. And that's because the banks won't accept it themselves. So one way around this, if you are withdrawing money or bring money in, go to something that's called Wing. And you'll see these Wing green signs all over the place, almost on every block here in Phnom Penh especially. And if you can't find a Wing, you can go to also just a cell phone store. And at these stores, you can exchange money for Khmer riel. And often at these places, you're gonna get the official exchange rate, which is always slightly above 4,000 Khmer riel to $1. So then when you're paying at restaurants normally like to make it easy where they'll just do 4,000 to 1. So you actually get slightly more money out of exchanging it. So yeah, get rid of those US dollars and start using Khmer riel. Moving on to number 2, and that is getting a bank account here in Cambodia. And especially if you're staying here longer term as a digital nomad for 6 months or 1 year, let's say, then I would recommend to get a bank account, as payments through bank accounts are the easiest option. And what they do here in Cambodia is use QR codes. So if you're paying at restaurants, you just scan a QR code and you can directly pay from your bank account to that restaurant. Same with tuk-tuk drivers. Basically, all of Cambodia runs on QR code payments. Now, to sign up for a bank account here, you need 4 things. And I would recommend probably going to ABA, as that's kind of the easiest bank account to get. Now, the 4 things you need are A, an ordinary e-visa that's 6 months or longer. The second thing you'll need is your passport that has at least 6 months remaining left on it. Third is a proof of address. And 4th is a local phone number. Now, I have heard of friends getting bank accounts with less than these recommended requirements, such as just a tourist T visa. But if you want to come prepared, then I would have those 4 things on you. Now, speaking of payments, I'm just going to get up from here. I feel like getting a matcha. I might as well pay through QR code. Let's go. Moving on to number 3, and I just had a matcha. It only cost $1.50. Awesome. Coconut matcha was amazing. But anyways, number 3, and let's talk about safety here in Cambodia. And I find for myself, I feel a lot safer in Cambodia and in Asia in general than I do in the West. Now, I've been living in Cambodia for roughly 15 years off and on, starting back in 2011 to 2013, where I was a bartender down in Sihanoukville for a couple of years. And I've also lived in Phnom Penh from 2022 to 2024. And the whole time I've lived here, I've never felt any danger in Cambodia. Now, having said all that, petty crime still does exist. So it's not like Dubai where you could just leave your wallet on the table for 2 hours unattended in public and expect it to still be there. But if you look after your belongings, you should feel as safe as ever here. Now, only one more thing I would recommend for safety here, and that is holding out your cell phone near a road, let's say by Riverside. If you're looking up Google Maps or somewhere to go, don't hold it on the roadside where a motorbike could just snatch it from your hands quickly. I would recommend turn towards the wall and look at your phone quickly and then put it away. But anyway, safety here in Cambodia, I feel unbelievably safe. Just make sure you protect your belongings and you're all good to go. All right, now I'm just heading up to my apartment where I'm gonna do some work on the rooftop. Let's go. Moving on to number 4, and that is 5 apps you should have when you come to Cambodia. And the first app I recommend, which is basically the Uber of Cambodia, and that is Pass app. And this is basically if you want to go from point A to point B in a city, you can rent a tuk-tuk, which is like a small little taxi, and it will take you from point A to point B. And it's relatively inexpensive. You can also order things such as taxis through there, etc. Now, another app that's similar to Pass app is called Wow Now, and the deals they have on right now are insane, and they run all on electric, and you can order cars to the airport right now, and I just checked, and it's only for $10 US to get to the airport, and normally it costs around $15 to $20 if you're renting a car. So the costs for Wow Now app are really good at the moment. And then you got Grab, and Grab is basically like an everything app where you can order tuk-tuks or taxis, but you can also order food, and they got plenty of restaurants. They always have good deals on there, etc. So be sure to get Grab as well. Now you got Food Panda, and I find that Grab as a food app doesn't always have all the restaurants. So it's always good to have Food Panda as well, just in case that particular restaurant you're looking for isn't on Grab, and vice versa. Sometimes Food Panda doesn't have certain restaurants that are on Grab. And lastly, if you're looking for city-to-city transportation from, let's say, Phnom Penh to Siem Reap, or Phnom Penh to Kampot, or Sihanoukville, etc., I recommend you to get Cambo Ticket. And on this app, you can rent everything from taxis to order a bus to take you from point A to point B, and you can also get ferries. So if you're looking to go from Sihanoukville out to Korong or Korong Salom, you can order it through Cambo Ticket. Anyways, those are 5 apps that you should have when you come to Cambodia. And lastly, number 5 on the 5 things you should know before coming to Cambodia is SIM cards and internet. And if you're a tourist coming into Cambodia, I would almost just recommend picking up a SIM card from the airport, because it's not a crazy ripoff like you have at most airports. It's slightly more expensive, but it's very convenient. Now, if you're staying here longer term as a digital nomad from 6 to 12 months, etc., or you're just a tourist that wants a little bit better of a deal than the airport, I would recommend to go to Smart, which is basically a cell phone carrier, and all you do is go in there, you hand in your passport, they scan it quickly, and then you can get a phone number that way. And they have some amazing deals on the market right now. I just got 60 gigabytes for $6 for the month, and they have up to 5G speeds. And basically what I do with that is use data everywhere I go. If I go to cafes, I just do a wired hotspot through my cell phone, so it's more secured. And if I run out of data, you can just top it up easily through their app. Now, internet speeds here are really good. You can get up to 1 gigabyte fiber. I find most cafes that I go to will have up to 100 megabytes per second download speed with roughly the same upload speed. Also, the apartment I am in here has the exact same thing, 100 megabytes per second upload speed. And I find there's no lag, no cutouts or anything. And internet is really secure and good here in Cambodia. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm JB from Nomad Life. Please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'll be posting more videos weekly about nomad life in Dubai and in Asia. Peace out. Later. And bye for now.